maybe. Nah.
Hello and welcome everyone to our 2K presentation of WCBL basketball. I'm Joe. Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. It's the High Flyers going against Team Ballers.
Nothing quite like a SoCal showdown, the freeway series between the High Flyers out of LA and Team Ballers based in Anaheim. I'm sure a lot of these players know each other already.
And early on here in the Club League circuit, we'll find out a lot about these teams by the end of the night.
We'll find out about the teams and also the players. I know there are a few new names on these rosters, and I want to see how guys like MP are going to hold their own out here in WCBL Pro. And the debut here for MP. Nobody knows too much about him other than he's from Vermont. Interesting to see how he fits into this team. Work hard on the offensive glass, good things happen.
Starting tonight for Team Ballers, Cody Etherington is at the point. Jaden Moore is going to be their slashing shooting guard. Then Bertie and Rodriguez are filling in at the forward slots, with Pasco patrolling the paint. The starting five for the High Flyers. MP runs the show at the 1. Devontae Mills is the 2 guard. Nathan O'Neill and Ben Gov are the forwards. And the man in the middle is Liam Callahan. And with MP, I know several teams were interested in having him join their club.
Well, there isn't much tape to work off of for MP. He's truly a question mark on this roster, but the coaching staff thinks he's raw, and they must have seen something to take the risk with him.
Just 5 on the clock. Gov with the bucket.
It's like Mills has a sixth sense when he's got a teammate open, like when I see snacks on the pregame table.
Well, you look at Jaden Moore, and it doesn't take long to see why he's on the 2K U250. Great instincts at attacking the basket.
And he's not the biggest guard by any means, but he is incredibly slippery when getting at the D. He's very hard to stay in front of, and he's a surprisingly consistent finisher around the rim.
Here's MP. Pass to Mills. O'Neill. Three-pointer. Pasco pulls it in. Moore on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Dropping a bomb from range. Moore saw an angle he liked and made it look easy.
Here's MP. On the wing, Mills. Yes, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Stepping up to the challenge and returning fire from 3-point range.
Whoa, looks like we have a real battle from beyond the arc.
And guys, as we mentioned, MP recently breaking into that 2K U250 list.
And look, that might seem low, but to be anywhere on this list means you at least have some serious potential. Nobody's quite sure what development path MP is going to take, but there's a feeling that he has a high ceiling.
Moore with the steal. Pass to Bertie. Puts up a 3. Hauled in by High Flyers. 3 on 3. Now here's Gov. To the paint. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 of 2 this game.
What a smart use of the height mismatch. He goes right over the defender and lays it in.
Outside, Moore. Bertie. Outside, Moore. To the inside, Pasco. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And for many of these young men in club play, this is where they learn to solely focus on basketball as their sport.
Yeah, up until now, a lot of these guys played multiple sports. This is where they're starting to learn the nuance and the craft of the game. It's a great place to really hone your abilities.
Pass to Etherington. The 3 gets the 3 to fall.
That's the thing about Etherington. You can play him on or off ball.
The High Flyers trailing. And he makes good on the layup.
Impressive job of creating that kind of look.
Etherington with it. Tapping happy to see that one go in for him. His second make in 5 attempts.
Solid work around the rim by Moore. He doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Here's MP. Outside Mills. Offline with the 3. Down low. Here's Moore. And another bucket from Team Ballers.
You can see the defense is flustered. They just can't seem to shut him down.
Here's MP. Not going to go that time. And in club league play here in the WCBL, these kids get such a wealth of minutes in such a short amount of time.
The games come fast and quick, and honestly, there's a lot to learn on the fly, but there's a ton of opportunity. And for some players, it can be a bit overwhelming.
Here's MP. Pass to Mills. To the middle. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
That's a good pass. Right where he needed it to execute and finish.
Moore outside. And here's Berti. And Pasco from outside. And it's rebounded by O'Neal. Here's MP. Moore covering. MP high post. Mills from deep. Offensive board. The basket is good.
Well, it's tough to try to keep the gigantic Callahan off the glass at all. Sometimes he's just going to overpower you.
For a lot of club players, this is their first time learning a role other than being the star of their team.
For many of these guys, they were the best that their school had to offer. But in this league, the skill level and competition here is much higher. And look, at the end of the day, not everyone is going to be the offensive star of their team, and that's so important for the development of these guys, to learn how to fill the role that's needed.
Now here's Moore. He has 7. Rodriguez. The shot's good on the assist by Moore.
I mean, look, this is the level of defense you have to throw at Rodriguez. And even then, it might not be enough to stop him.
The kick out to O'Neal. Inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Nice flow to this sequence. Like to see the players working as a unit.
Pass to Pasco. Moore outside. Rodriguez, the screen. Moore can't hit it. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
They've done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Here's MP. Moore covering. To the inside. Here's go. He can't bake that one in. One thing that the players need to balance in club play is focusing more on winning versus stuffing their own stat sheet.
It's a chance to show your skills in this league. And of course you want to win the game, but win or lose, at the end of the day, scouts are factoring in your individual performance as well. So if you want to get noticed, you better be playing your best out there.
Mills, defended by Berti. That'll tie the game.
Taking what the D gives him. That's smart basketball. That's Devontae Mills.
Outside, Moore. Back to Etherington. Berti. Now here's Moore. He's got 7. And Team Ballers miss again. Here's MP. To the middle. And that's in, coming off the assist from Gove.
We're getting a taste of Gov's all-around game, picking out a nice pass to log the assist.
And Coach Troy of the High Flyers, he's a young coach, even by this club league standard.
It's true. As you said, Troy is one of the younger coaches, but it's clear that he knows the game, and his drive is apparent. Plus, he's already got a great track record for developing talent.
And the lead changes again. This has been one heck of a game.
They're dug in. Either side willing to give an inch. It could go down to the wire.
Timeout called. The High Flyers talk things over.
Substitution for High Flyers. Time called.
And it's High Flyers with the ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Mills. Here's Gove. Back to Mills. Connects it from downtown. And as big as Devontae Mills' game is on the court, he is an absolute character off of it. This kid just oozes personality.
Yeah, and that can be a concern sometimes for these players, but Mills is naturally that magnetic. He's very much okay with being the center of attention, and you could even say he has a free spirit vibe about him.
Here's the high flyers. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for the three-point play.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them double him up.
I agree fully. They haven't been able to succeed with single coverage.
And the free throw, no good. Moore outside. Stolen by Callahan. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. High Flyers out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the second half of this West Coast Club battle between the High Flyers and Team Ballers. The High Flyers leading. And something to note about MP, I heard he was training with Dion Benjamin to help prepare for this one.
And if you don't know about Dion Benjamin, he has a well-known open run. A lot of talent has come out of there. And to see MP working out with him, that's certainly a positive in the eyes of many scouts.
Now here's Moore. Fires the three. And Callahan pulls it down. Here's MP. Comes up short. He's now 8 of 12 on the night. Etherington, right side. Pass to Moore. Yes, it is. Score the bucket. 5 of 11 on the night.
At this point, alarms are sound because it seems like Jaden Moore is making a statement in this game. He's tough to contain. I mean, it looks like he's feeling good out there.
Now Etherington. Misses from close range. Here's MP. He's guarded by Moore. Pass to O'Neal. Mills. 5 on the clock. Team Ballers with the rebound. Etherington outside. Now Pasco. Moore. Soft touch off the glass and in.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Late reaction by the D, and he makes them pay.
Here's MP. He's guarded by Moore.
Even though he's little compared to the big men on the floor, he's done some tall work on those boards.
Bertie gets the bucket to fall.
Hey, really took some extracurricular activity there. No extra credit given, but hey, still pretty solid basket on that attempt.
Here's MP. Pasco pulls it in.
I think he wore himself out with his performance in the last quarter, and he hasn't had nearly the same kind of impact in this one.
Here's MP. He's got 16. Outside O'Neal. Here's MP. Back to O'Neal. On the wing, Mills. And another miss by the High Flyers. Balls coming off of Bertie's feed.
Oh, the accuracy just special. Puts the ball where only his teammate can get it.
And the High Flyers call time here. So both teams changing it up here. High Flyers trailing.
Substitution for High Flyers.
Here's MP. And he banks in the layup.
Surely, this game's tied up because of him. Who knows where they would be without his scoring today.
And the two highly rated prospects in this one, MP and Moore. They've both put in a lot of work in this one.
The way that both Moore and MP have come out and given everything they have has been awesome to see. Great concentration and energy from both of them ever since the opening tip.
Here's MP. He's got 18. Kicks it out to Brock. And there's the 3-second violation.
And sometimes the intensity of the first game can lead to a bonehead play like that one, guys.
Substitution for Team Ballers. Substitution for High Flyers.
Here's Etherington. Pass to Pasco. And here's Berti. Left side, Moore. Shot clock at 6. From deep. They get it back. Here's MP. He's guarded by Moore. He's money on the shot.
MP.
Now Etherington. Outside Berti. Pass to Moore. And it looks like that'll be an illegal pick.
And there is no way you can consider that a valid screen.
Nothing about that was legal. The refs will let you get away with a little lean or shuffling of the feet, but that's about it.
Get on MP.
Here's MP.
Hey, stay there.
Out to Gov. Pass to Mills. And that's in. Coming off the assist from Gov.
I think they maybe expected Mills to make a pass there. Instead, he does it all by himself.
Outside, Moore. Down low. Here's Pasco. Here's Berti. Back to Etherington. Now Pasco. Got over Callahan. Gov with the rebound. Here's MP. Inside. No luck on that one. And here comes the break. And finished off by Rodriguez.
And not shying away from the moment, Rodriguez with a huge make.
Here's MP. Gov outside. To the middle. Off target at the rim. And it's Team Ballers. Outside, Moore. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Certainly not afraid of the big moments. More coming through in the clutch.
And here are the High Flyers now. Here's MP. Outside, O'Neal. Gov. From outside, it's off the mark. And I think we're going to see him burn the clock a little bit.
Probably a smart move.
Back to Berti. The 3. It's rebounded by Mills. 6 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clocks. Out of bounds, it'll go to Team Ballers. And they intentionally foul. They're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty quite yet.
Good work controlling the clock. Now they hope for the misses.
Yeah, they'll use every trick they can to keep this game going.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
Here's Etherington. And now they decide to intentionally foul.
Devontae Mills. Third personal foul.
And here Team Ballers have it. The lead is 2. And now we've got an intentional foul.
At the line for Team Ballers, Cody Etherington. 2 shots.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Timeout called. The High Flyers talk things over.
They absolutely need to find a good shot and sink it. Then send someone to the line as quickly as they can.
but also try not to foul just anyone. If you yank your opponent's ace shooter, you're going to be back to square one on this.
Here's MP. Out to Gov. Outside Mills. It's in! And that shot brings him within one.
You have to love his efficiency from range in this one.
Valuing each and every possession, taking only the shots he feels he can make.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
At the line for team ballers, Jaden Moore. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Mills from deep.
Oh, wow, right at the red. That was sweet.
Down it goes at the buzzer. It doesn't get any more spectacular than that.
A 3 at the horn. Are you kidding me? I guess that's the only thing we should expect from a game like this for the end.
So it's the High Flyers taking a W in a close one.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm intrigued by what we saw from MP in this one. This kid has a ton of potential. I wouldn't be surprised to see him moving up that 2KU 250 list. Can't wait to see more out of him.
And I agree, Danny. MP was impressive. And for Team Ballers, a tough loss for them.
I mean, Jaden Moore came into this one feeling confident. And
And it's Team Ballers to start out.
And the debut here for MP. Nobody knows too much about him other than he's from Vermont. Interesting to see how he fits into this team.
Starting tonight for Team Ballers, Cody Etherington is at the point. Jaden Moore is going to be their slashing shooting guard. Then Berti and Rodriguez are filling in at the forward slots with Pasco patrolling the paint. The starting 5 for the High Flyers. MP runs the show at the 1. Devontae Mills is the 2 guard. Nathan O'Neill and Ben Gov are the forwards. And the man in the middle is Liam Callahan. Returns it to Moore. The kick out to Berti. Shoots a 3. Hauled in by High Flyers. And with MP, I know several teams were interested in having him join their club.
well, there isn't much tape to work off of for MP. He's truly a question mark on this roster, but the coaching staff thinks he's raw, and they must have seen something to take the risk with him.
Now Etherington. Outside, Moore. The tray. That falls. Great assist by Pasco. Well, you look at Jaden Moore, and it doesn't take long to see why he's on the 2KU 250. Great instincts at attacking the basket.
And he's not the biggest guard by any means, but he is incredibly slippery when getting at the D. He's very hard to stay in front of, and he's a surprisingly consistent finisher around the rim. Each team is showing just how dangerous they are from deep.
So it's basically, if you make one on me, I'm coming for revenge with one of my own.
Now here's Berti. Over to the left wing. Etherington for 3. And Callahan pulls it down. Here's MP. And another 3 for the Flyers.
Man, oh man, he is feeling it from three-point range here. All of a sudden, he just can't seem to miss.
Outside, Moore. Outside, Berti. Etherington attacks. Outside, Moore. 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. And for many of these young men in club play, this is where they learn to solely focus on basketball as their sport.
Yeah, up until now, a lot of these guys played multiple sports. This is where they're starting to learn the nuance and the craft of the game. It's a great place to really hone your abilities.
Now Etherington, count that bucket.
Solid work around the rim by Moore. He doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
The High Flyers with the lead. Pass to Mills. From deep, it's MP. Team Ballers with the rebound. Now Bear Team. And here's Pasco. Defended now by Callahan. Etherington outside. Moore. The kick out to Bertie from beyond the arc. Offensive board. Moore shot falls. And guys, as we mentioned, MP recently breaking into that 2K U250 list.
And look, that might seem low, but to be anywhere on this list means you at least have some serious potential. Nobody's quite sure what development path MP is going to take, but there's a feeling that he has a high ceiling.
Here's Rodriguez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pasco. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up 2.
They didn't hustle on the boards right there, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, not active enough, and they need to learn from this mistake or it will keep happening.
And here's MP on the outside. And another 3 for the Flyers.
Their offense has been all about the long-range game.
Oh, obviously. You love the points, and you love how they stretch the defenders.
And that one, good.
That's where his points need to come from. Realistically, I mean, Rodriguez has to be as effective as possible inside.
Mills, left side. And another 3 for the Flyers.
The defensive effort wasn't there, and as a result, buries it.
Outside Bertie. Pass to Moore. Fires from deep. No good that time. Now the High Flyers with it. 7-point game, their biggest lead of the game. And in club league play here in the WCBL, these kids get such a wealth of minutes in such a short amount of time.
The games come fast and quick, and honestly, there's a lot to learn on the fly, but there's a ton of opportunity. And for some players, it can be a bit overwhelming.
Pass to Pasco. Now here's Moore. He's covered by Gov. And that one's good.
Terrific find. Everyone loves playing with someone who can move the ball like that.
Here's Callahan. He's guarded by Pasco. From deep, it's MP. And Bertie pulls it down. Over to the wing. Etherington with it. He's picked up by Mills. To the right side. Back to Bertie. Expanding his range. Hauled in by High Flyers. One thing that the players need to balance in club play is focusing more on winning versus stuffing their own stat sheets.
It's a chance to show your skills in this league. And of course you want to win the game, but win or lose, at the end of the day, scouts are factoring in your individual performance as well. So if you want to get noticed, you better be playing your best out there.
Now here's Moore. He has 7. Pass to Pasco. No good on the elbow jumper. Here's MP. It's Callahan. He's guarded by Pasco. Now here's Mills. And here's MP on the outside. Another miss by MP. They just can't get anything going offensively.
And you can see the frustration mounting. They just don't know who to turn to for points.
Now here's O'Neal. That 3 off the mark. And Coach Troy of the High Flyers, he's a young coach, even by this club league standard.
It's true. As you said, Troy is one of the younger coaches, but it's clear that he knows the game, and his drive is apparent. Plus, he's already got a great track record for developing talent.
Oh, look at Bertie sticking the three-point shot. Nice, crisp shooting motion.
On the wing, O'Neal. Here's MP. He's guarded by Moore. Try to come back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Etherington. To the inside. That shot's good.
Great vision by Etherington, spotting those easy shots the defense is leaving out there.
And here are the high flyers now. 6-point game. It's Callahan. He's guarded by Pasco.
Man, there wasn't a ton of congestion in the lane. He could have done better, that's for sure.
Basket counts.
Using his unpredictability to his own advantage, a tough cover for any defense.
For a lot of club players, this is their first time learning a role other than being the star of their team.
For many of these guys, they were the best that their school had to offer. But in this league, the skill level and competition here is much higher. And look, at the end of the day, not everyone is going to be the offensive star of their team. And that's so important for the development of these guys, to learn how to fill the role that's needed.
Substitution for high flyers.
And a kind roll off the rim on that one.
And when Moore is shooting while in rhythm, he's a major threat. Fantastic execution off the catch.
On the wing, O'Neal. Here's MP. Back to O'Neal. Mills. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
Well, you can't give Mills this kind of separation outside, especially from the corner areas.
Outside Bertie. Pass to Moore. And here's Etherington. The three-pointer is off the mark. We'll see if they want to trade the 2-for-1 right here.
Got to time up that clock, though, to do so.
They get it again. What a nice shot by Callahan.
Well, it's tough to try to keep the gigantic Callahan off the glass at all. Sometimes he's just going to overpower you.
Outside Bertie. Pass to Etherington. From deep. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. 1 for 3. Here's MP. He's got 21. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for the Flyers.
That is some quick payback.
There is nothing more satisfying for a player than an immediate answer back with the free ball.
And the first half now in the books. High Flyers out in front, up 7. And time for a break. The action resumes right after this. Welcome back to the second half of this West Coast Club battle between the High Flyers and Team Ballers. And something to note about MP, I heard he was training with Dion Benjamin to help prepare for this one.
And if you don't know about Dion Benjamin, he has a well-known open run. A lot of talent has come out of there. And to see MP working out with him, that's certainly a positive in the eyes of many scouts.
Now Etherington. Moore outside. The pick from Pasco. From 16 feet out, and another bucket from Team Ballers.
Look at those ball skills. Moore putting out the whole arsenal and getting the basket.
Mills on the wing. Here's MP. No good on the triple. Here's Etherington. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Responsible and reliable. That's Etherington to a T. Nice basket right there.
Etherington for 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both that time. And here are the High Flyers now. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Callahan. Outside O'Neal. Now here's Gov. From deep, it's MP. And another 3 for the Flyers.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but someone is going to get an earful from Coach for leaving him that wide open.
Moore, that's good.
At this point, alarms are sounding because it seems like Jaden Moore is making a statement in this game. He's tough to contain. I mean, it looks like he's feeling good out there.
Here's MP. He's got 30.
It's been a parade of threes from them ever since halftime.
Yeah, we know what they were talking about during the break. They've been dialed in from deep.
Now here's Moore. The pick from Pasco. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Team Ballers with another one.
He got hung up on a great screen and gave the shooter some wiggle room.
Yeah, for sure. If he sees any daylight at all, he's pulling the trigger.
And it's Mills missing. Team ballers trailing. Pass to Berti. Moore. On the wing, Berti. Back to Etherington. 6 to shoot. Off target with the 3. Mills outside. It's Callahan. He's guarded by Pasco. Sinks it from distance.
How about the pass from the big man, Callahan?
Etherington with it. He's got 5. Moore. Pass to Berti. He tries for 3. And Callahan pulls it down. Here's MP. For 3. Good. And the assist goes to O'Neal.
An improving aspect of O'Neal's game. If we have a second to talk about his playmaking, because right there he just made the right play, and he knows that that's important for his team.
Well, what a show we've seen so far from MP. He's come out and put on a clinic. He looks head and shoulders above Moore right now.
Well, if there was any fans doubting the impact that MP can make, I doubt they're saying much right now. A great offensive showing from MP so far. He's been terrific.
Substitution for high flyers.
Outside Berti. Six on the shot clock. Trying his luck from deep. Hauled in by Casey. Here's MP. Guarded by Etherington. Back to Brock. From deep, it's MP. And the High Flyers, another triple.
They keep finding ways to pad their lead, and it just continues to grow.
All facets of their game are clicking. They look like a well-oiled machine out there.
Now here's Berti. Kicks it to Summers. Etherington sinks the tray.
You hit a 3 on Cody Etherington's squad? Oh, he wants to answer quickly.
Here's MP. He has 42. Launches it. Unable to get that one to go.
Didn't convert this time, but that's exactly the kind of look that they want.
And they'll take that shot each and every time you give it to them. More often than not, that's a made 3.
Wingman finding a teammate. Good looks from Berti.
And the High Flyers call time here. Here's MP. Moore covering. Pass to Dunn. Mills. And here's MP on the outside. Good. And that assist goes to Mills.
Boy, it is fun watching him at the controls.
Just the way he creates for his teammates. Such a willing passer.
Here's Moore. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, he's been the key to their offense with the way he shot the ball.
Yeah, his percentage today is outstanding. He is not the only one who's put them in this hole.
Here's MP. There's the triple. And the High Flyers, another triple.
He scored most of the points out there by himself. His offense is a big part of the recipe for team success.
Right wing. Pass to Westerhoff. And there's the rejection. Fast break. Here we go. And that one's good for Brock.
And in the open floor, Brock can take you any which way he wants.
This team baller squad has been struggling. Here's Summers. Back to Moore. To the left wing. Wong. Offensive rebound. No points there. His 5th miss in 14 attempts. Pass over to Casey. The kick out to Mills. The High Flyers the rebound. And he gets it to go.
2 points.
And a heads-up play there to read the bounds and capitalize on that second opportunity.
Here's Team Ballers now. Here's Summers, covered by Mills. Here's Wong. To stop the run. And he takes it up and lays it in.
If he gets even an inch of space, he will make an opponent look very beatable.
Timeout called. The High Flyers talk things over. Both teams will make a substitution.
Substitution for High Flyers.
Here's MP. Pass to Mills. From deep, it's MP. Drains the triple.
Solid passing skills on display from Devontae Mills. Any scout wants to know that a league player is aware of his surroundings. Mills looking to check off some of those boxes here tonight.
Now here's Moore. And Mills comes up with the board. From deep, it's MP. And he's off on that one.
Well, when you got a shot like that, you got to take it.
Hey, sometimes good shots just don't fall, but it's still a good look.
Pass to Moore. Now Rodriguez. The shot's good on the assist by Moore.
That's how you do it. Get into the teeth of the defense.
Now the High Flyers with it. And here's Gov. From deep, it's MP. And another three for the Flyers.
Imposing his will offensively. He's made it look so easy.
Etherington outside. Pass to Bertie. Moore. Sweet move. And he lays it up and in.
He's able to find a seam in the defense and just lay it right in.
Here's MP. Moore covering. Here's MP. Three-pointer on target from long range.
Since halftime, he's been money from beyond the arc. And when he's this hot, the green light doesn't get any greener.
Now Etherington. Rodriguez outside. Moore outside. From past the arc. Nails the three-pointer.
Like seeing Moore show he's got some fire. He's tired of being on the circuit.
To the paint. Pass to O'Neal. From deep, it's MP. Fires in the triple.
And this little run pretty much puts the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, these last few scores have helped shut the door. Great job to close out the game.
Now Etherington. Now here's Bertie. Tries a three. And Callahan pulls it down.
A lot of bricks put up off his shots, and one reason is he keeps trying to force it when he's guarded. Move the ball around.
Back to O'Neal. Here's MP. The three is up. Good. And the assist goes to O'Neal.
He's the leading scorer in the game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt.
Etherington outside. Bertie. Back to Etherington. And the layup is good.
And it's a thing of beauty when he moves the ball this well inside.
Here's MP. Off on that one. So it's the High Flyers winning this one easily.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm intrigued by what we saw from MP in this one. This kid has a ton of potential. I wouldn't be surprised to see him moving up that 2KU 250 list. Can't wait to see more out of him.
And I agree, Danny. MP was impressive. And for team ballers, a tough loss for them.
I mean, Jaden Moore came into this one feeling confident and perhaps a little overly confident. He showed some flashes, don't get me wrong, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. Make no mistake, though, he's been around this game for a while, and he knows what it takes to learn and come back and win later.
Yo, you going out tonight, Burlington? We gotta celebrate your big game against that bully from Chicago.
Oh,
And before you say anything,